Hello YouTube, Elite Legionario here, bringing you a 1 vs 1 for Total War Rome 2. Today I'll be fighting on the Rhodes map, so we've got some nice scenery here, island style. I shall command the Seleucid Empire, and my opponent is Macedon. Just going to go to slow motion, so there's some things I want to kind of mention before the battle starts, and it's going to start fast. So just to outline my army, taking up the left side of my phalanx line, 3 thorax pikemen, those are a pretty decent pike unit, and then taking up the right side, 3 silver shield pikemen. So that's my main infantry corps. I have 2 units of Eastern Javelinmen, which have 40 attack, which is 40 missile attack, which is very effective, going to be very handy. I have 3 units of Royal Pelters, that's them I actually want to talk about, which I will just in a moment, and I have 3 units of Hellenic Cataphracts. My opponent's army is 4 units of Slings. He has a unit of Aspis Companion Cav, a unit of Thessalian Cav, and 2 units of Companion Cav. He has 2 Hoplites guarding his flanks, and then 4 Foot Companions, which have got 3 upgrades apiece, so they're going to be quite tough. Then he's just got 2 standard pikemen on the other sides. So I wanted to mention something about the Royal Peltists. Now the reason I'm going to mention this about the Royal Peltists is because I find them I very much like them. They're a very good unit, and I very much like them. But they are somewhat misleading in their name, and by that, what I mean by that is that they are they're not really peltists. Basically, they don't do what a peltist does. If you know your kind of Macedonian army types, if you know the history of the armies, there was a unit that guarded the right flank. An infantry unit called Hypaspists. They guarded the right flank of the Macedonian style builds in Alexander's day and the preceding successor armies after him. And they fought with a large hoplon style shield, just like this. They used swords and they threw javelins. And they were quite an elite unit, and they were a guard type unit as well. And basically, I'll go to normal speed now. Basically, that's what I think these guys should have been called. That's what they essentially are. They are actually these Hypaspists, even though they're obviously Royal Peltists by the game standard, but I think the role they play is that of the Hypaspist. So interesting, something I wanted to mention about. So anyway, I have a cavalry advantage. I have less cavalry, but I definitely have the advantage because these cavalry are a lot better. And for some reason, I don't know why it did that. I just clicked on this unit and it should have, here we go. So I get a trample charge off, and that's an Aspis Cav, which will not do nearly as well on the charge. It'll do good in a melee fight, but so will my guys with all that armour. So this should be an easy cavalry victory for me. As you can see, his men are already down into the 40s, his cavalry units. This one's down to 38, the Thessalian. So my companions will easily win that. He's bringing a hoplite into support, so I'm going to bring in a unit of Royal Peltists to assist. Now here's something else too I wanted to kind of emphasise. You may also notice that he is 3 men deep. I am 5 to 6 men deep. And you watch how badly I get beaten in this phalanx fight. All along my line, even my silver shield pikemen. Now, why is this happening? I guess the upgrades mean something, but I have come to the conclusion that if you are the one attacking with a phalanx into an enemy phalanx, this phalanx that's standing still in a defensive situation generally almost always wins, unless there's a big disparity in the quality of phalanxes. That is my experience. I don't know, maybe that's just what I've noticed. Because I've been deep, I've managed to do quite a bit of damage. If I'd been the same depth of them, I would have been completely thrashed instantly. I'm still going to get severely beaten, there's no doubt about that. But had I been even 3 deep, I would have probably been down 10 casualties. I managed to destroy at least half the units. So it's important to have the right depth. So over here, my Hellenic Cataphracts easy crush through this side, but where he's got some support, it's not helping too much. But as you can see, some nice close-ups there. My Royal Peltists and Hellenic Cataphracts really carry this fight through. They really do. So here I get some of his slings, but he's going to turn some of his pikes to try and deal with that, so I'm going to get out of that. But I just want to demonstrate how effective these guys are, providing they get a good flank. You don't want to go head onto a pike. Treat them, just like you do with Roman style infantry basically. So here I get a good rear charge on these pikes, which I pinned up with my phalanx there. So look at that bloody effects there. The blood effects are pretty sweet. I've yet to catch a cat decapitation though, which is kind of unfortunate. So this guy over here, I thought he might have got a decapitation, but he didn't. But over here, these Royal Peltists just do a brilliant job in this fight. They're a really, really good unit. They'll easily clean out traditional hoplites. They'll do great. I managed to catch, as you see, here's another hoplite here. They'll absolutely shred them. Hoplites are a cool unit, a decent unit, but Royal Peltists is so much better. And they're just absolutely fantastic there, so I can't really tell anything. It's just a great fight going on there. And of course, I got these javelin with 40 missile damage. They do a lot of damage. So now I'm just using my Hellenic cataphracts to stop these slingers, which they can easily do. Very easy victory there for them. I was really hoping to catch some sort of decapitation. Over here, as you can see, the Royal Peltists have absolutely mopped up what's left of these guys. They're totally dead meat. The blood effects are so cool. They are such cool to watch in the replays. So my Hellenic cataphracts easily taking these guys out. Look at that, just getting thrashed. Well, there he goes, wipe them out. I don't know, maybe you have to have graphic settings a little higher to get the decapitation. I've not seen it yet. I've not really seen dismemberment, so maybe my settings ain't high enough. I caught this foot companion in the flank, and it easily destroys them. And basically, this whole army just chain rounds at this point. So there you go. So my pikes, I guess it's because those foot companions has so many upgrades, or 3 upgrades over my silver shields, because they're about the same quality really. Silver shields and foot companions are about equal. And I have just found that if you attack with foot companion, or like pikes in general, like if you aren't actually, like if you got 2 pike lines and you're the one who chooses to attack, you always lose. Well, this would happen to me every time I've tried it. I don't really know, like, well, not every time, but 9 times out of 10 it's happened. It's pretty interesting like that. Even when I have greater depth, which should mean I should push through. As you see, when I had greater depth there, I lasted quite a bit longer, but I think it might have been 2 of the upgrades in that particular fight though. But my Royal Peltists and Hellenic cataphracts completely carried that fight. All of them getting, I think, no less than 80 kills, but most of them got over 100 between all those units. So the pikes got pretty creamed. They did probably probably got about 30 to 40 kills each. It wasn't a lot, but the other units completely cleaned up for me. So good game to my opponent. I enjoyed that. The Seleucids are an awesome faction, and in my opinion the best faction in the game, and I really enjoy using them. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon next time.